So, Mark, did you see that Luxor timeline that was shared on Twitter? It shows the construction of Luxor from 1992 to 1993. The place was built in 16 months, which is not something you would see today. And maybe some people would say the quality sort of reflects that.
You mean the inclinators? Is that what we're talking about? No, no. It's such a cool video and something so unique to see, like a crane sticking out of a window for so long, and then at the very end they take it down, which is kind of crazy. I don't feel like you would see that in any other building. And what is this? The world's largest atrium, right? Don't they have that record? The rumors are Vegas is always going to knock this down or do something with it, and I hope it doesn't. It's so unique, and this video just shows that I hope it's there forever or almost ever.
That was cool to see the crane coming out of the window. I like that. And don't forget, this place opened with like a boat ride, a monorail, a lot of like custom 3D shows. There's a great making of Luxor video on YouTube if you want to check that out to see more of what was inside of it. But yeah, it's great times. And as you say, it definitely needs to stick around.
Bring back the boat, please. I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go cruise the Nile.
Yes, drunk.
Mark, G2E is here in Las Vegas this week, and I got to go yesterday with media credentials, even though they didn't do me much good because I got told to stop filming in almost every booth. Shame on them. But anyway, the Squid Games is the big, I guess, slot machine that's coming. It's from Light & Wonder, and Netflix is partnering with them. And we all know the Squid Game TV show, which is all about killing people, and that is translating to a slot machine. We did get to check it out a little bit, and it had a lot of bonuses. It was paying bonuses quite often. You never know on the show floor if they have it set up like that, because some machines you could go quite a long time without a bonus, and then others you hit them right away. A lot of bonuses, but they did not pay well. Something pretty common in those co-branded machines.
Yeah, I mean, this is really cool looking, and I love when they tie it into shows or something like that to draw people in. And I don't really play slots, but this is something I might sit at for a while because I love the show, and I like the big ball of money up top, just like in the show and everything. And I think that it's up to 400,000 is what they're going to be shooting for the big prize. So that's all cool. Sweet. I mean, it all comes down to if you're going to play it long term, you know, what those bonuses are like, how easy they are to get them, and what the payout tables are. I think they'll get everybody's money for a little bit to test it out. But like we talked about with the NFL game, if the bonus is kind of cheap or the play isn't that good, your money doesn't last, people won't play it long term. So we'll have to see how that all plays out when it's live.
And it has another one of those trick bonuses like the NFL machine. It's not a 2-minute bonus, but you get a certain number of spins that are upgraded to like you're eligible for a different bonus, and you're betting every spin. So yeah, those mental tricks continue in all these slot machines. I'll talk more about G2E and everything else I saw on the next show, but Squid Games machines coming next year, and they are nice. They're attractive cabinets, beautiful games, interesting bonuses, but in the end you're just sort of killing people and you're trying to survive. It's a strange topic for a slot machine.
Yeah, I'm ready for Squid Game season 2 though. Let's get that rolling, Netflix.
Yeah, absolutely. Loved Squid Games. So Sunset Station has announced a big renovation. We've seen them now announce renovations at Red Rock, at Green Valley Ranch. Of course, we know they're building Durango, and we'll talk more about the rooms there later in the show. But Station Casinos announced a massive renovation for Sunset Station. Now, I don't think you've been there, Mark, but Sunset Station is a very interesting place. It has Spanish sort of theming to it, and it has a bar in the center that's all Gaudi. It's like very out of Barcelona, that type of architecture. Stunning. That's going to stay, but they're going to get a whole brand new sports book, completely renovated casino floor, new high limit area, and it looks very nice. Good to see one of their not top tier local casinos getting some investment.
Yeah, I love when you say Gaudi, I just think of like people have foot pain in the bar. I don't know.
I don't get that. It went right over my head.
Gout?
Oh, like gout? Gout? Yeah, okay. Well, that's a dad joke if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure somebody will laugh out there, hopefully. Maybe my mom. I don't know. No, the sports book, I find that interesting. The sports book looks really nice. And just to see all these people pouring money into sports books, we've seen a lot of, updated sports books and with new casinos, the focus. And I don't know if this is the Circa effect. It's just interesting to me because sports books don't bring in a ton of money, but maybe they noticed with Circa that enough people came to check it out or came there to make the sports bet and then stayed to gamble that they think it's now worth it, where it used to be an afterthought of like tube TVs, tiny TVs and terrible chairs and just dark and gloomy, and now they're making it kind of like a party atmosphere, a bar, a sports bar that you would go to that also, you can bet and all that stuff. So I like that. I don't love the low ceilings in the one area of the slots that they showed. And they even it's like a 10-foot fake false ceiling that they put in to make it even lower, which I think is just a terrible decision.
Yeah, I think that's the high limit room, but the vast majority of that casino does have nicer ceilings, so hopefully that stays. It actually has a painted faux sky through most of the casino. One of the more interesting properties, Boulder Station also just recently added a sports bar, I think with sportsbook things. So as you said, it seems like every casino is redoing them. And I think it's just because people are like flies drawn to the light. We're all drawn to screens. So you see the big screens and you like it. And yeah, it's good to see new lighting, new carpet, basically a full refresh for the casino floor here. More even than we've seen at Red Rock and Green Valley, according to this announcement. So excited to see that happen. And we'll keep you guys updated on that. Silverton also renovated their rooms, and they've been closed for, I don't know, the better part of a year, the hotel there, but they have reopened, and all of their new rooms are online. They call them Rustic Luxe. There's 300 rooms, and there's 3 different collections. We had talked when they announced this, the Cowboy Kitsch Collection, Rustic Modern Collection, and Refined Lodge Collection, and they're all available to book now. I think the cheapest nights I saw midweek were $109 plus the $34 resort fee, but they go up from there. Nice looking rooms for the Silverton. I stayed there way back when it was okay, but these look like a step up and good for people going to a Legion and not wanting to stay on the Strip.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they just shut it down. We always see these refreshes. They do it floor by floor and keep the hotel open. And this is maybe a little bit better because you don't have to hear knocking and banging early in the morning or deal with construction workers and stuff like that. So good on them for taking the year off and getting it right. And when we first talked about this, you could tell the difference when they're talking about it. And then when I went to book now just to look at room pictures, I didn't really get that sense anymore. It all kind of worked together. I almost got kind of nomad-y vibes with the dark leathers and stuff like that, a little bit of that feel from the rooms. I really like the design and the furniture and everything. It looks nice, a lot better than Rio's room.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought they looked really great, and definitely a place to stay if you want to get off the Strip. I think it's a good option, especially if you're down in the low 100s. You can't really beat that these days.
Yeah, it shows that you can create a room that's on brand, that feels modern in a way. The bathrooms feel very modern. So I like it a lot, but it's very much on the Silverton brand, the lodge feeling. So you don't have, like we talk about the gray rooms, all these modern rooms everywhere now. So I think they nailed it, and the pool is still closed, I think, till next year. As a reminder, they have the Bass Pro Shops, they have the mermaids swimming in the aquarium, they have a Cracker Barrel if that's sort of your sort of thing. So there's a lot going on over at Silverton. You can stay in those rooms now.
I go to Cracker Barrel for the store. I do not eat there. I don't know. I've never had a good meal there. I don't know what it is.
As a reminder, our Patreon is now live, patreon.com/MTM Vegas. We do a weekly after show. You can listen to it or watch it. Hope to see you guys over there, patreon.com/MTM Vegas. So there's a story out of Mesquite, and the Nevada Gaming Commission ruled in Casablanca had this guy who they kicked out 7 or more times, and they trespassed him from the property. He kept sneaking back in to gamble, and then he won a jackpot, and they refused to pay him. But the state says they have to pay him. You can't do that even if he's trespassed. What was really interesting is the boss from the casino said that the guy found it more profitable to pay the fine for getting trespassed and going back in the casino than not. But I have to imagine he's losing money. I mean, over time, you would have to do that. But a crazy story, and it shows that casinos can kick you out, but they still have to pay if you win.
Yeah, I found this really bizarre. One, that they trespassed him for stealing, which was he didn't pay for a drink. How cheap are you that you're kicking a customer out over a drink that you probably should get for free anyway? I don't know. That's such a bizarre story. I don't know if it was multiple drinks, but the story made it seem like it was one individual drink. So you're trespassing a guy. Maybe he had a big fight about it, but I thought that was strange. And then the fact he keeps going back to, they have this special machine that nobody else has that he wants to play. I don't understand how you can say paying a fine to gamble here. Do they have better odds or something? We need to figure out what game he was playing, because this doesn't make a lot of sense. And, we've seen this with people that are trespassed while, card counters and stuff. If they're trespassed while they're on property, they still have, sometimes they say, you have to leave your chips. Where they legally can go back in there, they have to pay them. So I think that's a little bit different. They get trespassed while they're playing versus somebody that is already trespassed coming in. So I could see the fight there. And it's a tough place to be. If you want to keep somebody out, I guess you can't. There's no rule about trespassing, really. if there's no teeth to it, what's the point?
Well, there's teeth to it. You can call the police and have them removed, but as a licensed gaming operator, you have to follow the rules of the state. Which if the slot machine pays, it pays. Just like if it malfunctions, they're not going to pay. So yeah, who cares if you want him on your property or not? He placed a bet; it was a legitimate win, and you should pay. So I agree with what the state said here, but I'm sure they're not happy having to try to keep him out. They just need better facial recognition or figure out how to stop him quicker. I'm sure his picture is plastered everywhere now, and he probably can't even get inside the door before they stop him. But it's a crazy story.
I wonder if they just sit there and let him gamble, hoping he loses, and then when he wins, they're like, "Oh crap! All right, let's trespass him again." Like, how does he get this far that he hits a jackpot? It's not like you sit down and hit a jackpot your first couple pulls. Like, you have to be there for a while if this has happened multiple times. So it is kind of crazy.
So MGM got swatted. Now, if you don't know what swatting is, it's basically where somebody calls in a police thing. This has been very popular, I think, for streamers. Like, people will be streaming and then one of their trolls or something will call the police on them and have the police come to their house saying something crazy is happening. So somebody called 911, said there was a shooting at MGM Grand. Police stormed the place, according to people who were there. And of course, nothing happened. So just another bit of trouble for MGM in these crazy days for them.
Yeah, I'm all for prank calls and jokes and all that stuff. This is a bit extreme, like with all the shootings and stuff we have to worry about these days in Vegas and everywhere else. To take that many people, and first responders off the market, so to speak, for a time being, is just too much. I hope they find out who did it, prosecute them. Like, you can't be pulling this stuff. It's just too nuts.
Yeah, and it's scary just to be in one of those properties when you see the police come. Whether you hear anything, we talked about all the mayhem of glass breaking last year. People are on tens, and there have been issues on the Las Vegas Strip. So it sucks that people want to do stuff like that. But glad that the police responded, being safe, clearing everything, making sure everybody was safe. So don't prank calls are for I don't know, like what Bart Simpson used to do.
See
not
more butts.
Yeah, exactly. So Resorts World is doing a Halloween celebration that I want you to explain this to me because I saw their website. I don't really understand what this is. Let me read their description. Step into a dystopian future for the ultimate cyber noir Halloween affair at Resorts World. Electrifying new wave science fiction comes alive for the most luxurious haunting in the desert. Each visitor's step inside is illuminated by blazing neon lights and a state-of-the-art system amplifying the rhythmic sounds of the night. I believe this is just special DJs at the Zook nightclub, isn't it? That's what it seems like from their website.
It sounds like that. I'm waiting for some video or some cool, because Resorts World always does these cool one-off things for a week or a month or something. So I figured it was something in that dirt lot that they're setting up that you can walk through, and then you look at this, you're like, oh, so it's a nightclub, and they explain it exactly as a nightclub, and then they have DJs and performers and stuff. So I don't get it. But the one thing I did notice is they're giving away $10,000 for the sexiest Halloween costume. I think that is worth it alone to see some of the crazy stuff people come up with. I would go just for that.
Yeah, the people watching will be incredible, right? That's a big prize. So and sexy too. That seems like Circa should have done that. Like they're missing out on what did they have last year? Was it a Vegas Vicky costume? Maybe that was a couple years ago, but I like that. It's fun. What's interesting is Resorts World, like you said, they're constantly putting out these marketing things, which we don't see from other strip casinos. And in this case, it's just highlighting, I think, their DJs plus Katy Perry will be there as well, although that's just a normal show.
All they have to do is say, spend $200,000 and you can take over our billboard and put whatever you want on it. There you go. That's the only thing you need to say.
Hi, Nico. And Nico was the good guy, Mark. We've been corrected before. He was the good guy, so that's why I'm saying hi to him. As we mentioned earlier, Durango has finally released their website and their room pictures and the prices. And we've talked all about the venues there and how it looks, how this is going to be a high-end casino similar to Red Rock, Green Valley Ranch. The rooms certainly reflect that. I think the rooms look incredible. High-end woods, really nice materials. There was a picture of a suite that was going around that was just absolutely stunning. But did you look at those prices, man? This is not going to be a cheap hotel. Only 200 rooms.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. I expected to be around the 200 on weekends, like 250, but like 150 midweek, something like that. I did not expect $400. And I know you got to strike while the iron's hot, and everybody that's excited is going to book. But I mean, it's an off-strip casino. How many people are really going to be banging down your door to check it out? I don't know, and you made a great point. 200 rooms, that's tough. Like, there's not a lot going around. 200 rooms seems kind of crazy to even build a tower in Vegas with that many rooms, but they look amazing. I hope the price comes down so I can check it out. I'm not paying $400.
Yeah, it seemed like the first 2 weeks were sold out too when I looked right before the show. And as you said, the cheapest are $399. I'm sure that will change with time. I think they're probably pricing high to get the early people who want to get in. But they've done a good job with Red Rock, with Green Valley Ranch, building these resorts that when people come to visit Las Vegas, they don't necessarily want to stay on the Strip, that they can still have a full casino, resort, spa, all of that stuff. And this will be in that same line. But I am surprised, but it does seem like those rooms are, worthy of that price point. It seems very, very high end. I mean, when you really look at the materials, it's a lot of nice stuff there in these rooms, and I'm excited to try them. But as you say, I'm not going to pay the $399. But as a reminder, this place is opening November 20th. Tons of new restaurants, a 24-hour venue, a lot of stuff going on there, a food hall, a lot of gaming as well. They do have a phase 2 where hopefully they'll add more. So right now it's just going to be pool, casino, spa, small hotel, but it could be bigger in the future. And this is the next casino to open in Las Vegas, so time to get excited.
Yeah, it's on my list to check out when I come in December. So I definitely want to go there, check out the awesome looking restaurants, the 24-hour spot. So it's something that I'm going to make a point to go see.
So Fontainebleau rooms or Durango rooms, hard to compare them, different size properties. One was built starting a long time ago, but which rooms do you think are best?
Oh man, I mean, if we're talking suites, I'd take the Durango suite.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I think even the regular rooms at Durango look better to me, but that's not a surprise. Again, these are different size properties going for totally different things, I think. I think Durango is going to go for more affluent, older crowd, maybe like a Wynn type of person, whereas Fontainebleau is going to go for Cosmo. But I think both hotels have incredible looking rooms, and that's a great thing for Las Vegas, getting these nice new properties. When will we ever see like a normal property again? Will we ever see another new casino come without super high-end everything?
I think it will happen at some point, not anytime soon. But I think it always reverses to the mean. Like, we're getting so far away from what Vegas used to be, and I think people are longing for it. Somebody will tap into that and understand that and build something that's just approachable. And I think that's kind of what Rio's trying to do. They just aren't doing it, to the level of the mid-tier. I don't know, but I'd love to see it. Just like something affordable. Like, let's have a nice room that's clean and then approachable dining options that aren't super high end or overpriced, and just like bring back the value. And I think somebody could really knock it out of the park if they did.
Absolutely. And I think we'll see that eventually. But right now it's all high end luxury. That's what everybody wants to go for. That's what Station Casinos is going for. Inspirada Station probably will start construction soon. That's their next project, expected to be high end as well. So we will see. But expensive Vegas here to stay. Let us know what you guys think about anything we talked about: the Durango rooms, Sunset Stations renovations, the Silverton rooms, swatting at the MGM Grand, anything we discussed. Hit us up in the comments. We do 2 shows a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll be back in a couple days with another show. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.
Yeah, 3 shows a week for those fine people. Have a great weekend, everybody.
When you look at the woods, and I haven't obviously touched it, but a lot of marble. And I also like that, again, they're...
You haven't touched the wood yet?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I plan to, I'm going to have to cut that out. It's a good joke, but I'm going to have to cut